The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. On a hot Tuesday afternoon in Montvale, we welcome you to Pascack Hills, where we've got baseball today, a league game as the Broncos look for their first win in Patriot Division play in this 2026 season. They'll also look to avenge an 11-8 loss to these Ramsey Rams in Ramsey yesterday, while the Rams try to improve their win streak to 5 and their league record to 3-1 after their 11-8 win against Hills yesterday. First pitch in just a moment. All set for first pitch here in Montvale. Hot day at Pascack Hills, just over 80 degrees. The starting pitcher today, Joe Napolitano, and he throws a ball to get us started to Ramsey's second baseman, Roberto Cortez. 1-0 count. Cortez grounds one. Cho at the edge of the outfield. Too late towards first base. And so Cortez with a lead-off single gets us started and brings up Pat Connell, the sophomore first baseman for the Rams. Hills infield, we mentioned Napolitano pitching today. He's a senior, throwing to the catcher Jake Szabo. Other infielders, Wenkes, Marquise, Cho, and O'Donnell at third. Thank you for joining us. Tape delayed coverage here in Montvale. Outfielders today. Left field, the freshman Dylan Cass. John Giantonio moving over from right to center. And Christian Lee in right field. We have an 0-1 count there. To Connell, batting 8 for 19, older brother of Quinn Connell. And that one fouled off. 0-2 count. Quinn Connell, the pitcher today for Ramsey, with a 2-0 record and a 0.64 ERA. But his brother, as we said, 8 for 19, only extra base hit, a triple. Pretty rare. 0-2. Grounded towards Napolitano. It's off his glove. Throw to first is high, but in time. Runner advances, and there's one away. One out. Runner now on second. That is Cortez. And the third batter in the Ramsey lineup, senior shortstop Sean Saylor. Say that 3 times fast. 11 for 24, leader in doubles with 6. And 6 RBIs as well. He's got a chance to get one more here. First pitch is a swinging strike for Saylor. 0-1 to the Ramsey shortstop, a senior, one of 6 on the Ramsey roster. Their biggest class is actually 8 juniors. Pitch inside there from Napolitano, 1-1. Joe's had a pretty good start to the year, although he lost the only game he got credited for there with an 0-1 record now. He's leading Hills in strikeouts, tied for that lead with 8, and he just got his 9th right there as Saylor goes down swinging to put 2 away. And with Saylor down, now the cleanup batter, Connor McNally, a junior third baseman, leader in RBIs. He hits one. The edge of the outfield, Marquise can't make the play, and so we will have runners on the corners. Saylor on. McNally on with his 14th hit of the year. And that puts Cortez 90 feet away from opening the scoring in the top of the first. This now, is McNally. That was Saylor who just another ground ball. This one playable. Cho tries to get him at second. At first he's safe. At second he is out. The runner does come home. That is Cortez. And Ramsey takes a 1-0 lead. And now there's 2 away. We apologize. We credited an out where there was none. It's a 1-0 Ramsey lead. Runners at just first base. An RBI single for Connor McNally, his 16th RBI of the season. And there's a strike from Napolitano, Sam LeBeau, now the hitter for the Rams. Fouls that one off. 0-2 for LeBeau, the junior. 9 for 25 this year with 2 RBIs and 2 extra base hits, a double and a triple. 0-2, his count. 2 away, runner on first. That's McNally. Napolitano steps off. This is the fifth batter, in the Ramsey lineup. And there's a swinging strikeout, number 2 for Napolitano today. And we go to the middle of the first, an early Ramsey lead, 1-0 after half of an inning. Here is Kyle Wenkes. He'll be the first Hills batter going up against the freshman Quinn Connell. Looking for his third win of the season, comes in with a 2-0 pitching record in his first 2 games. Also leading Ramsey in ERA with a 0.64 ERA over 2 wins and no losses to start this 2026 season. Wenkes readies for the first pitch. And hits a chopper toward short. Sailor, the throw to first, a bit high. He was off the bag but got back on it in time. 1 away after the first pitch. Ground out from Wenkes. And now Jake Szabo comes to the plate. 7 for 25 this year as the senior catcher. That one low and away, ball 1. Szabo with a base hit into left. It's going to go all the way back into the corner. Szabo going to stay at first base. You see him there. And 1 on, 1 out for Emerson Cho in the bottom of the first inning. We'll see if Szabo is pinch ran for. He is by Utah Fuji. Usually that's what happens with all of the catchers. And speaking of catchers, the Ramsey catcher who is not hitting today is the junior Aiden Mill. First baseman Pat Connell the older brother of Quinn. He's a sophomore. Quinn is a freshman. Second base, Roberto Cotes. Shortstop, Sean Saylor. And at third is Connor McNally. Here is Cho, leader in doubles with 5 this season. Also drawn 9 walks. And takes a high ball. He's the leader in both of those categories. Also, one of the leaders in hits with a 10 for 22 batting, or with a 10 for 22 record at the plate, and leader in batting average among most of the Hills regulars with a .455 slate. That one low, 2-0 for Cho. Also the leader in slugging percentage with those 5 doubles, .682. .2-0 in there for strike 1. We mentioned Ramsey got the win yesterday at their place. Hills traveled to the Rams and lost 11-8, scored 5 runs in the 7th inning, top of the 7th inning, but it wasn't enough. They'll say that's a strike. Cho now with a 2-2 count at the plate. The 2-2. Cho rips one. That'll be a base hit. Fuji into second, and he'll stay there. 2 base hits after the ground out from Lankus in the bottom of the 1st inning. That'll bring up John Giantonio, cleanup hitter, with a chance to bring in the tying run. That's Fuji at second base. Giantonio batting 10 for 24 this year with 3 RBIs. And just 1 double for his only extra base hit. All he needs is a base hit, though, to try and bring Fuji in. It may be close. Ramsey has some firepower in their outfield. Giantonio, soft grounder, could be 2. Saylor to first, throw to first is not in time. They do get the runner at second. Fuji advances to third, and there's now 2 away with runners on the corners. Christian Lee now, he's the leader in ribbies this season with 8, batting 8 for 28. So every hit he's gotten an RBI for it. Let's hope he can get a hit here and tie things up for the Broncos. Runners at the corners as Lee takes ball number 1. 2 away, so he's got to be careful here. Can't hit a sac fly. Needs a base hit to tie it. Ramsey took an early lead. Hills trying to get it back. As Connell steps off. .1-0 is in the dirt. 2-0 the count. As we said, the runner at third is Fuji. You see him wearing number 17 in your picture. Pinch running for Jake Szabo. At first is John Giantonio. Lee at the plate, 2-0 count. High ball. Giantonio to second. He slides in, didn't really need to. And now there's 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away. Chance for Hills to take a lead here, an early lead. Lee steps back in. He's got a 3-0 count. And here comes the pitch. Takes strike 1 looking. He was ready to throw the bat and go to first, but he won't. On deck is the 6th batter in the Hills lineup. That is Dylan Cass, the freshman. The 3-1 from Connell. Low. Bases loaded for Cass, the young freshman, who has impressed both on the mound and at the plate this season. His stats: 9 for 21, 3 RBIs, no extra base hits. He's drawn 2 walks. If he draws his third here, we're tied. Bases loaded, 2 out. Got to be careful. First pitch to Cass. He swings at it and fouls it off. Base runners: Fuji at third, Giantonio second base, Christian Lee at first. 0-1 count for Dylan Cass, 2 away, and a 1-run lead for the Rams, bottom first. Strike 2 called there. Cass, the 6th batter in the Hills lineup. The 0-2, Cass calls timeout. Hills, we said, lost 11-8, but they scored 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning to try and come back. Came up 3 short of extending the game. Ramsey with a 6-2 record, Hills 2-6. Cass lines one that might be foul. They're going to say fair. Giantonio coming home to follow Fuji, and Hills takes a 2-1 lead. Or do they? They do not. Foul ball, as Ramsey was calling for. It was close to it, and the umpire shoved his hand away. Still an 0-2 count for Cass. 2 away, bases loaded. Can he replicate what he just did? Just a little more left this time. Fouled that one off just barely. And he'll stay alive by the skin of his teeth here. Quinn Connell trying to get out of this hole. Cass trying to tie it or take the lead. 2 runners in scoring position with the bases loaded. 0-2 count. Another foul ball. They won't be getting that one back. Oh, 2 count. 2 out. Said it plenty of times. That's the scenario. 0-2 for Connell. The pitch to Cass, high. Ball 1. I believe that is pitch number 6 of this at-bat. The 1-2. Oh, an inside strike, and Connell gets out of the hole. Ramsey maintains their 1-0 lead at the end of 1. To the second inning now. Designated hitter up for Ramsey. That is Hudson Ferrando. Batting 10 for 26 this season. He's DHing for the catcher, Aiden Mill. Looks at ball one. Hot day in Montvale. Temperatures in the low 80s at their highest. And we've got a 2-0 count. Here's a strike called. And the count now 2-2. Full count for Ferrando to start the second inning. Ramsey up 1-0. The 3-2 is in there. Strike three. And Napolitano is third strikeout of the day. That'll sit Ferrando down and bring up Alex De Simone, another senior, this time the left fielder. Batting just 6 for 25 this season, but he is leading in walks drawn for the Rams with 5. And looks at a low strike one. On deck, the pitcher, Quinn Connell, with a chance to help himself. 0-2 now. The 0-2. Chopper towards Cho. At short, it gets through him. Base hit with one away for De Simone. One on, one out. And here is Quinn Connell, chance to help himself at the plate this year, despite the great pitching metrics, only 1 for 7. See what he can do. Freshman wearing number 12. One of 4 freshmen on the 20-player Ramsey roster provided to us. There's a swing and miss. And Zabo rises to catch that one. 1-1 count. Gotta watch for De Simone. No stolen bases this year. He may get one here. That's a wild pickoff. And De Simone is going to round second. They're going to throw it to third. De Simone steals 2 bases off that wild pickoff attempt. And what was a 1-out scenario with a runner at first is now a 1-out scenario with a runner at third. Still 1-1 at the plate. Swing and a miss for Connell. 1-2 now. In there, strike 3. Another strikeout for Napolitano. 2 away with the 2-run giving lead, or with the 2-run lead giving run at third base. As now the final batter in the Ramsey lineup, Krish Govindani. To the plate, a senior right fielder, and he pops that one up high towards Lee, who makes the grab. As the wind came in, it definitely caught that one, but Lee was able to get under it. It's the middle of the second, and Ramsey still leads 1-0. Back now, it is the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Marquise leading off for Hills as they look to tie things back up, down by 1 after 1.5 innings. Quinn Connell, of course, still on the mound as he deals to Marquise. Marquise playing at second today, looks at strike 1. This year batting just 1 for 8 and swings and misses for strike 2. He was hurt for the beginning of the season, missed about a week and a half, but has come back and made a lot of good plays in the field, still trying to get going from the plate. The 0-2 from Connell. Inside and low. Hear the wind starting to pick up now. 1-2 the count. And another low pitch, this one outside, and we're evened up. 2-2. Inside, and what was 0-2 is now 3-2 for Marquise. Connell looking to avoid his 4th straight ball. Here comes the payoff pitch. The 3-2. Driven towards second. Throw to first is in time, a little off the bag, but they'll say the foot remained on there, and there's one away after the battle for Marquise. Gavin O'Donnell now, last time we were here, had 3 doubles and a great 3-inning performance on the mound to give Hills their first win of the season in 6 innings, a 13-3 win on Friday against Cliffside Park. 9 for 26 overall this season at the plate, and those 3 doubles his only extra base hits this year. There's a high ball that O'Donnell takes. 1 away here and none on. Bottom of the second inning. 2 division rivals. They know each other quite well. Seen each other in twice a year, every year since about 2013, as O'Donnell fouls that one off. Plus plenty of state sectional tournament matchups, including 2 out of 3 years in the sectional tournament. 1 year Hills beat Ramsey, 2021 in the sectional semis, and then 23 beat them on their way to a state title in the sectional final here. 2-1 the count for O'Donnell. And a high ball 3. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4 to O'Donnell. And that'll bring up Joe Napolitano. Hit his first home run of the season, I know, perhaps of his high school career, on Saturday against Pascack Valley, helping Hills to an 8-3 win there against the Hornets. It was their second win in a row, but they couldn't carry the momentum to yesterday's game at Ramsey. First pitch to Napolitano is low. 1-0 the count here. Other than that home run, Napolitano batting 6 for 19 this year, brought in 5 RBIs. Pickoff not in time. One-0 count at the plate. And another outside ball, this one a bit high. 2-0 for Napolitano. Not available today to pitch for Ramsey: Patrick Connell, Roberto Cotes, and Matthew Stanley. Mason Greenberg only has 61 of a total 110 pitches available, as we get a quick mound conference between catcher and batter. You get 110 pitches each day by NJSI AA New Jersey High School rules, and depending on how much you've pitched over the past couple of days, some days you by rule are not allowed to pitch, as those 3 are today, or some days you are limited, as Greenberg is today. We've got a 3-0 count at the plate for Napolitano, 1 out, and Gavin O'Donnell, the tying run at first base. Strike 1 called there. See the 3-1 to Napolitano. Held off, ball 4, and now there's 2 on and 1 out for Kyle Wenkus. Already his second at-bat of this game, grounded out on his first one. So that means this year Wenkus now 10 for 30 with 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. 3 RBIs, he'll look to add to that here with bringing O'Donnell in and tying this game. 1 out, Zabo, is on deck. Strike 1 called there. Wenkus, we've mentioned it every time. We will continue to mention it. Going to Monmouth University next year to play Division I college ball. John Giantonio also committed to Division III Fairleigh Dickinson University at Madison, New Jersey. So 2 kids staying in state for the Broncos to play college baseball in the NCAA. 0 for 2 for Wenkus, 1-1. And Wenkus with a deep drive towards the wall. It is gone! Home run number 2 for Kyle Wenkus this season. And it gives the Broncos a 2-run lead. That's the way you do it. Three-run homer for Wenkus. And Hills goes up 3-1 in this key divisional matchup. So now Zabo with a tough act to follow, but we'll see what he can do with it. And we'll see if Connell, the freshman, is a bit rattled. Only one run given up in his season before that. It was earned. But now bring that up to 4, and I believe those 3 that were just hit count as earned runs as well. Ball 1 now to Zabo. Pop foul could be caught. And Saylor, the shortstop, comes in and makes the grab to put 2 away. Here is Emerson Cho. Seeing if he can extend this inning. High ball. Fouled off. 1-1 the count here for the senior shortstop. Here comes the 1-1. Cho holds off. It's a called strike. 1-2 now. As Connell looks to send Ramsey back to the dugout. Down in this game for the first time. 1-2. Fouled off just barely. Hills today looking for their first win against Ramsey in this sport since April 8th, 2024. Ramsey has took the past 4 meetings, including both last season and the one a day ago. Second time around for the 1-2. It may have skipped off Cho, and he's not preparing to go to first, but it will be a ball. 2-2. 2-2 with 2 out, none on after the 3-run Wankus homer. Cho rips one. That'll be a base hit into center. And the inning will be extended. Giantonio now. 2 away, trying to extend the Hills lead. A tough task given the scenario. High ball, nearly over Giantonio's head. As we said, he's going to FDU Madison. He'll play Division III college ball next spring. Outside, ball number 2. And out comes the 6-year Ramsey head coach Paul Urbanovich, brother of Nick, the Westwood head baseball coach. You know those games are always a hot topic at Thanksgiving dinner. He's coming out to talk with Quinn Connell, and we'll take a break. Connell, the freshman, stays out there. 2 out. A runner at first. That is Emerson Cho. Count is 2-0 for John Giantonio. The 2-0 in there, strike one called. Next time we'll see you will be this Saturday from Clover Stadium, home of the New York Boulders, as Giantonio has to do some acrobatics to get out of the way of that one. A 3-1 count for the senior. And as we were saying, we'll see you next at Clover Stadium, home of the New York Boulders. Hills taking on Wayne Valley in that one. I'll get started around noon. We'll have hopefully live, but at least tape-to-lead coverage for you there as Giantonio takes a walk. Runners at first and second for Christian Lee. 2 out here. And a chance to extend the lead to 3 if Lee can work Cho in. Strong breeze, that one coming right at our back, so blowing really towards first base, if anywhere. Not really towards the outfield. A crosswind, high, fly ball, catchable, and it will be caught in center. Hills taking the lead, a 3-run homer for Kyle Wankus, putting them up front 3-1. Top of the third now, and Ramsey for the first time in this game down by 2 runs. See how they can cope with it. Napolitano with some newfound confidence on the mound with that new lead. Low there for ball 1. This, try to make out the number on this Ramsey batter. And a high ball 2. If I'm not mistaken, this might be Pat Connell or maybe Roberto Cotes. Popped deep and gone. 2 homers in this game, and it's Cotes this time for the Rams. And the lead down to 1. So Cotes with a home run there, and now Pat Connell to the plate. 3-2. Strike one called. That is Cotes' second home run of the year, his 6th extra base hit. 1-1 now. And make it 2-1. Strong wind blowing more towards where that home run was hit, out at the right center wall. 3-1 now. And, oh, a strike! Connell had to move out of the way, but the umpire called strike number 2, so now the count is full. Swing and a miss. Napolitano gets him. 1 away after the home run. And that brings up Sean Saylor, his second at-bat of this game. Saylor came in batting 11 for 24, 6 doubles and 6 stolen bases as well. That one got through the glove of Wankus. It's going to be at least 1, maybe 2, as Giantonio runs after it. Couldn't get there in time to keep him at first. It's a double for Saylor. Connor McNally now with a chance for RBI number 17 of his season. Brought in his 16th earlier in the top of the first to make it a 1-0 game. And now trying to tie it up after Hills took the lead 3-1. First pitch to him is lined out towards center. It's over Giantonio's head. Saylor will come home to score. It's an RBI double. And another RBI is second of the game for Connor McNally, and we are now tied. Runner still at second, and still 1 out for Sam LeBeau. Swing and a miss. LeBeau looking like he's got the green light. He fouls that one off. 0-2. On deck, Hudson Ferrando, the DH. Plays at first and third here with the runner at second. And a drop third strike. They'll throw it to first. It skips in the dirt but is there for an out. McNally advances to third, and the go-ahead run for the Rams is 90 feet away with 2 out. For the DH Ferrando, this year 6 ribbies, looking to add number 7 and give the Rams the lead again. High ball. Swing and a miss for Ferrando, strike number 1. Ramsey leads the series since 2011, 17-11. And as we mentioned, they've took the last 4. Got to go back to 2024 as we have a foul ball here down the third base line. Got to go back to 2024, April 8th, for the last Hills baseball win against Ramsey. That followed the sectional final win in June of 23, as Hills took that one for the sectional title and then went on to win the whole state. Another line drive, this one catchable if Giantonio gets under it, which he does. And so Hills surrenders 2 runs. They now are tied with Ramsey, but it's just that. New pitcher for the Rams, the junior Sam LeBeau. This season, just 44 pitches, allowed 3 hits and 3 Ks in 3.1 innings. He's been credited with 1 win and no losses. First batter from Hills he'll go up against is Dylan Cass. Let's see the first pitch for LeBeau. High and inside. That one low. 2-0 for Cass, the freshman at the plate. 1 for 1 today. And pops that one foul onto the softball field. Watch out, girls, it's fine. 2-1. This one fair and not dropping. Nice catch by the Ramsey center fielder. That is Alex DeSimone. 1 away now after the line out from Cass. Here's Kyle Marquise. Had a scary looking injury in the game on Friday against Cliffside Park, but he's back now playing at second base and hitting. Didn't require much medical attention, but brought out plenty of necessary precautions. We've got a 1-0 count. And Marquise hits one. This will drop for a base hit in left center. And Marquise going for 2. He'll get there with time to spare. 1-out double from Kyle Marquise. And the go-ahead run in scoring position for Joe Napolitano to try and help himself out. Will we perhaps see a sequel to his Passaic Valley heroics on Saturday? Hit a home run there. 5 RBIs coming in. Can he add 1 more to it and give Hills the lead? If he can't, It'll be Wankus again. Coach Urbanovich of Ramsey talking with the umpire here. Not sure what the conversation is about. It seems to be coming to a close right now. And so O'Donnell actually is going to step in. So apologies. It's Gavin O'Donnell right now. We missed a batter. Marquise, O'Donnell, and Napolitano is a 7-8-9. And LeBeau calling his catcher to the mound. That is Mill. And it is O'Donnell at the plate. Marquise at second. He has a lot of speed. O'Donnell with 4 RBIs this season. See if he can get number 5 right here. Looks at strike 1. Line drive. Second baseman scoops it up, throws to first in time, 2 away. Marquise now 90 feet away, and Napolitano really with an opportunity to help himself out now, but he's got to be careful with 2 out. Low and away for Napolitano on the first pitch to him from LeBeau. At bat number 3 for Napolitano today, or maybe number 2. I believe number 2, yes. It'll be Wankus' third if he comes to bat in this inning. Napolitano spun away from what would have been a rough hit by pitch. 2-0. Strike 2, or strike 1 called there. 2-1 count for Napolitano, 2 out. The go-ahead run, Kyle Marquise, wearing number 10 in your picture, is 90 feet away from home at third base. Here's the 2-1. Napolitano swings and drives it towards center, maybe caught, and it is. Ramsey keeps the tie, 3-3 at the end of 3. Back now, Alex DeSimone, the senior for Ramsey at the plate. Joe Napolitano, first pitch to him is drilled back at the wall. It's off the wall. Lee making the throw towards Marquise. It's a double to lead off in the fourth for DeSimone. So DeSimone with a leadoff double. Here's Quinn Connell. And a pinch runner, it looks like, or no. DeSimone going to hand over his batting equipment. And here is pinch hitting for Quinn Connell, James McMahon. He shows bunt. It's a high one. Pulled away there, so 1-0 the count. Fouled that off, 1-1. Runner going. Throw to third is not in time. It was close. And DeSimone, with his first stolen base of the season, makes his way to third. And the go-ahead run for Ramsey now 90 feet away. At the plate, a 1-2 count after the strike for McMahon. Looks at ball number 2. McMahon, the freshman, batting 1 for 10 with an RBI. We'll see what he gets on the 2-2 count. Held off. It was the right call, and we've got a full count now. 3-2 with none out in the top of the fourth. A tie ball game at 3. And DeSimone, the Ramsey runner at third. Strike 3 called, dropped, and then the throw to first there in time. So there's one away on the drop third strike play. And that should bring up Krish Govindani, the senior right fielder. Came into this game 0 for 5 on his season. And I believe had an out in the second inning to make it 0 for 6. But we'll see if he can bring in DeSimone here. Potential for sacrifice with just one away. High ball. On deck, Roberto Cotes coming off a home run hit just 1 inning ago. Showing bunt now. It's fair. Hard play. Throw to first in time. And the runner stays. Perhaps did not pick up on the sacrifice or didn't want to risk it, but now 2 away. And that sacrifice potential gone for Cotes, but they got to be careful. We saw the power earlier with a solo home run in the top of the third. It was Napolitano pitching then. He's still on the mound for his 4th inning. Started this game in his search for his first win on the season, as Cotes swings and misses. May have fouled that one off. Napolitano comes into this game 0 for 1 on his year, an 11.81 ERA, leading in strikeouts though with 8 coming in, and I believe he has 3 at least today. Still an 0-1 count. Strong wind blowing towards about center field, maybe towards the left. In the dirt. Szabo with a good job to stop it and make sure DeSimone doesn't have a free pass to home. 1-1 count. And Cotes Looking like he may be intentionally walked here, and he is. May have gotten hit. But whatever way, he will go to first base, and now there's runners on the corners with 2 out for Pat Connell. 5 ribbies this season. We'll see if he can get number 6 and help his brother out in the case for the win. Quinn Connell no longer on the mound for the Rams as of the last inning, but still trying to help his team there. And the runner going towards second. Cotes will make it with time to spare, no throw even. Ball at the plate, and now 2 runners in scoring position. 2 out for Napolitano. Haven't seen any bullpen action for Hills yet. Nobody back there. 1-0. Grounded towards third. O'Donnell, tough play. Throw to first low and off the glove. Cotes will come home. That one bounced out of bounds. And so Cotes will get a free pass to make this a 2-run Ramsey lead off what I believe will be called a ground rule double. The Rams once again lead, and they lead 5-3 now. Pat Connell with the ground rule double to give him that lead and bring in 2 runs. Here now is the shortstop, Sean Saylor. And he hits a high fly ball. O'Donnell gets under it. Nice grab from Gavin O'Donnell. Hills surrenders 2 runs. That grab just a little too late to prevent that, but it's still just 5-3 as we go to the middle of the 4th. Kyle Wenkus now as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Hills down 2 runs. Wenkus, who homered in his last at-bat, a 3-run homer to give Hills their first lead of this game. Needing something again. Fouled that one back. Oh, 1 count. Got away from the catcher. Strike 2 called. Top of the Hills order due up. Zabo on deck. Cho after him. Wenkus, line drive out to right. Is it 2? It is! 2 home runs for Kyle Wenkus. Back to back as well. And the lead for Ramsey down to 1 run now. Last one was a 3-run blast. This one just a solo, but it means quite a bit still as the lead is down to 1 run for Ramsey. Here now, Jake Szabo. Once again with a tough act to follow. Wankus now up to 3 home runs on his 2026 season in this Hills' 7th game. Grounded and foul toward the Hills dugout on the third base line. Strike 2 called after the foul ball. 1 out, none on. 1-run game now. Or no out, none on. Szabo, chopper towards Saylor at short. Nice play, and finishes it off. 1 away now. This is Emerson Cho, recently committed to Penn State, not to play baseball, but will be going to State College along with plenty of other Hill students and his fellow teammate Kyle Marquise and Alex Lula, among others. I believe Gavin O'Donnell going to Happy Valley as well. Here's a ball to Cho. He hit a couple home runs last year, but still looking for his first this season. If he were to get it here, as instead he grounds a base hit through third and into left field. So 1 on, 1 out, and the tying run aboard. Here now, Christian Lee. Or no, Lee was out there to get Cho's stuff, and now it's John Giantonio. Walk-up music didn't make sense there. So it is Giantonio. An inside ball. High for ball number 2. Just past 5:30 in Montvale. Beautiful day. A little hot, a little humid, but not horrible. June weather in mid-April. Giantonio fouls that one off. 2-1. Pick off not in time, although a good move from the first baseman to try and get him. Two and one at the plate. Spinning away, and we've got a 3-1 count. Pitcher for Ramsey, still Sam LeBeau, came on in the bottom of the third inning in relief of Quinn Connell. Joe feigns going. Giantonio swings and misses. Strike number 2. 1 out, 1 on. Full count at the plate. 1-run deficit for the Broncos. Here's the payoff. Ball 4, a 6-pitch walk. And now the tying run in scoring position for Christian Lee. Came in as the leader in RBIs for Hills. See if he can add to that. Had 8 on the year coming in. Chance to tie it. And just 1 out, so a sacrifice in play. Grounds one. They're going to call that foul, and Lee came out limping a little. Looks like he's okay. Show the runner at second, Giantonio at first. 1 out. Strike 2 called on Lee. On deck, the freshman, Dylan Cass. We have a 1-2 count for Christian Lee. Exciting ball game coming down the stretch now, about halfway through. Ball 2 there. Lee lucky to have laid off on that one. It was a little high. 2-2. And here it comes. Lee pops one up into left. It may fall, and it does, and bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. We are now tied off the RBI ground rule double from Christian Lee, and with 1 out, there are runners, now 2 runners in scoring position, with Lee at second, Giantonio at third. Here's Dylan Cass with now a tie ball game at 5. Hills looking for their first win in Patriot Division play this season, 0-3 after 2 losses to Riverdale and a loss to Ramsey yesterday at their place. The freshman Cass with the potential to give Hills a 2-run lead. Lines 1, it's going to drop in shallow center. 1 run scores. Lee comes home, no, he will stay. And it's an RBI single for Dylan Cass to give the Broncos the lead once again. Marquise with runners at the corners and 1 away. LeBeau has now given up 3 runs in this 4th inning. And here is Marquise, the senior, with Lee at third, Cass at first. This one into center. Tagging is Lee. He'll make it home with time to spare. Sac fly, good enough for Kyle Marquise. 7-5, Hills lead. The scoring mirroring yesterday's game between these two. Finished 11-8 in Ramsey's favor. Hills trying to change those fortunes right here. 2 out now for Gavin O'Donnell. Dylan Cass, the only runner on. He's at first. Nice breaking ball for strike 1 there from Sam LeBeau. The junior started in center field, now is on the mound. And there's strike 2. The 0-2. Grounded towards second. They'll just flip it to second base. Ramsey gives up 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hills now leads by 2 coming down the stretch. Top of the 5th inning now. And here for Ramsey is Connor McNally. Back and forth they've gone in this game. Ramsey now down by 2. Strike 1 called there. Napolitano out for his 5th straight inning. One and one after that one skipped in the dirt. Swing and a miss. 1-2. High, ball number 2. Battle so far for McNally, 2-2 the count. Grounds one, getting through at third, just stayed fair, and it'll be a base hit, and maybe 2. McNally turning and making it to second, a leadoff double again for Ramsey. And here now the current pitcher for the Rams, Sam LeBeau. He had gone for 3.1 innings in his first appearance this year. Will have the opportunity to go for 3 full if he can make it through the bottom of this 5th inning. 0-1 after a called strike. Swing and a miss for LeBeau. 0-2. Running out of time to help himself here. With that runner at second, could make it a 1-run game with 1 swing of the bat. Could tie it with 1 swing. That one low. 1-2. Outside, 2-2 now. And what was 0-2 is now 3-2. Full count for Sam LeBeau. Let's see how Napolitano handles it. 7-5 ball game. Tying run at the plate. Popped foul behind the dugouts. We continue. This now to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Napolitano steps off. He's gone for a while in his 5th inning. Started this game. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Napolitano gets him. But he still needs 2 more outs. As now the tying run is represented by the DH Hudson Ferrando. And he fouls that back. The 0-1. Low, ball 1. Top of the 5th, runner at second. 1 out now. Popped up, could be caught, but instead goes over the Ramsey dugout and into the woods. But now 1-2. Here it comes. Hit towards center, getting through. 1 run will score. Ferrando with an RBI single, might be a double, and it will be as he'll advance off an errant throw home. 7-6 now off the RBI double from Hudson Ferrando. Alex DeSimone with the tying run at second. As a mound conference here, absent Coach Nick Evans. Actually, Evans was out there. Couldn't see him. Napolitano will remain in the game. I believe, Nate Zeff warming up about an inning ago, but he stopped rather quickly. So it seems still the confidence with Napolitano, and why not? Why not? He's put on a great show today. And now, Alex DeSimone with a chance to tie it or take the lead. Chopper, this will stay fair. O'Donnell will throw to first. It's way too high. Ferrando will come home to tie it, and that will be an error to tie the game and give a double to DeSimone. Seven all. Now Quinn Connell, or no, not Connell, James McMahon, his freshman teammate, will have a chance to tie it as now Evans comes out and says, "Good job, Joe. Take your seat," and gives the ball to Gavin O'Donnell instead. We'll see if he can close it out in the final 3 innings. So Gavin O'Donnell here in relief of Joe Napolitano this season on the mound. 1 win, no losses through 7.1 innings and 133 total pitches, a 6.68 ERA, 7 earned runs of 8 allowed, 10 hits allowed, along with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. First batter he'll face the freshman James McMahon, who swings and misses at strike number 1. What was quite hot is now cooled off a little bit as we've gotten later into the day, approaching the 6 o'clock hour. And McMahon swings and misses for strike 2. Still only in the top of the 5th, but we should have enough sunlight to finish this one as long as it doesn't go way too late. Nearly took McMahon's head off there, 1-2. Runner going. That one popped foul. Still 1-2. DeSimone, the runner at second. And we'll see another 1-2 pitch. 4th of the at-bat. And another high one. 2-2. Fouled off just barely. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. 2-2 count for McMahon. Trying to give Ramsey the lead with DeSimone the go-ahead run at second. Another high pitch. 3-2. Strong wind gusts now as the temperatures start to cool. 3-2. High, ball number 4. And runners at first and second as Krish Govindani comes to the plate. Will the senior be another Ramsey hero today? Takes ball 1 high. Strike 1 called. Nice breaking ball from O'Donnell. High for ball 2. After O'Donnell came on, Christian Lee moved to third. Giantonio took Lee's place in his usual spot in right field, and Napolitano went back to center where he usually is when he's not pitching. 2-1 is high and inside. 3-1 now, and O'Donnell in danger of walking the bases loaded. Here it comes. High, ball 4, bases loaded for Roberto Cotes. Ramsey's big power hitter, and just 1 out with Pat Connell on deck. Go-ahead run now 90 feet away at third. That is DeSimone. At second base, the freshman McMahon, and taking his new spot at first is Govindani. Ball on the first pitch. Inside, ball 2. Popped up towards center. Napolitano under it and throwing home. It's off the plate, so Ramsey takes the lead off a sac fly to bring in DeSimone. 8-7 Rams now. And runners at first and second. We'll see if Pat Connell can bring another run in. Now 2 away after the sac fly from Roberto Cotes. First pitch to Connell is inside. Strike 1 called there. Connell nearly swung but pulled back. 1-1. Inside, ball 2. Here's the 2-1 after O'Donnell gets his affairs in order. Line drive, Cho makes the catch. Ramsey takes the lead back. 8-7 Rams, middle of 5. Here is Joe Napolitano in the bottom of the 5th inning, down 1 run. Rams pitcher is still Sam LeBeau, on for his 3rd straight inning. Relieved Quinn Connell after 2 innings for the freshman. Let's see, the senior started as the pitcher, now in center field, and pops 1 foul. Ball 1 called there on the breaking ball. Chopper towards first. Play is made, and there's 1 away. So here is Wankus, 2 homers and a strikeout today. his fourth at-bat, or excuse me, that one called foul actually, so we've got a 1-2 count. A late foul call, and Napolitano swings and misses now. So same result. Here is Wankus. As we said, 2 homers. Will he go for a third in a row? If he gets it, we'll be tied. Had a 3-run homer in the top of the third, or bottom of the third, I believe. Maybe bottom of the second. That sounds right. Bottom 2, we'll call it, as he takes ball 1. And had a solo shot in the top of the 4th. Sparked a 4-run inning for Hills. 2-0. Wankus pops this one foul. It's on to the softball field. Watch out, girls. I think we're good. 2-1. Ball 3. Chopper fouled. Full count now. And that'll be a 6-pitch walk to put Wankus on. Here now is Jake Szabo, 1 out, 1 on. And he represents the go-ahead run. Still bottom of the 5th inning, just past 6 o'clock. Live, you're watching tape-delayed coverage here on PH Athletics at Pascack Hills Baseball. We'll hope to see you Saturday in person at Clover Stadium, Rockland County, home of the New York Boulders, as the Broncos take on Wayne Valley. First pitch, 12 o'clock, or 12:08 scheduled. We hope that you get there around 11:30 to 11:45 for a special pregame ceremony honoring our own Dren Bauta and his heroic fight against cancer. Szabo, line drive, getting through. Base hit for the catcher. Wankus stays at second. 2 on, 1 out for Emerson Cho. Tying run at second. And out comes Coach Urbanovich. We will take a break. Sean Saylor's first pitching appearance of his season. The senior was the shortstop. And the first batter he will face is Emerson Show. Roberto Cortez moves to short. And Pat Connell goes to second base. Cho lines one. It's going to be fair. In comes Wankus to tie it. Zabo will stay at third. We're tied. An RBI double for Emerson Cho. Inside on John Giantonio, first pitch to him. So the infield now for Ramsey looks a little like this. McMahon is at first base here. Pat Connell now at second. Cortez is at short. And McNally is at third. The outfield, De Simone in left, LeBou in center, and Govindani in right. No changes. We've got a 3-0 count for Giantonio. Four-pitch walk, excuse me. Bases loaded once again for Christian Lee. Go-ahead run, Jake Zabo, 90 feet away. Lee trying to do it again. 8-all, bottom of the fifth. Strike one. Strike two on the inside edge. Just one out. On deck is Cass. Popped up. That's going foul, but it might be catchable. And a great play by the Ramsey catcher to put two away. So here's the freshman Cass. 2 out, bases loaded. Chance to give Hills the lead once again. They have traded the lead every inning, every half inning really, since the bottom of the fourth. See if they do it again. We're at least tied right now. Cass pops one foul down the first base line. Here's the 0-1. Freshman holds off. 1-1 the count. Two and one. And now Saylor in danger of walking the go-ahead run in. 3-1, 2 out, bases loaded. Zabo looking for that free ticket. Cass swings and misses. The at-bat lives. And now a chance for Saylor to get out of the jam, or perhaps to lengthen it. 3-2. Inside. Hills takes the lead off a 6-pitch walk. And here is Kyle Marquise with the bases loaded again. This time Cho is the runner at third, Giantonio at second, and the freshman Cass at first. Strike one called there on the inside edge. Two out, bases loaded. Low, ball one. And low for ball two. Three and one. High ball. Marquise trying to draw the second straight walk and give Hills a 2-run lead. Strike two. Again on the inside edge. Payoff pitch for Saylor. Marquise at the plate with a full count. Bases loaded, 2 out. Ball four. Cho will come home. It's 10-8. And Gavin O'Donnell trying to bring some firepower. Giantonio, the runner in your picture, at third. O'Donnell is at the plate. Cass is at second. And after drawing the walk, Marquise at first. Low, ball number one. For Gavin O'Donnell, a chance to help himself along with his team, so he'll be on the mound. Strike one there. He'll be on the mound in the top of the 6th. We'll see if he can add some insurance runs. 6 more outs to go. There's a line drive, could be caught, and it is. 2 runs, a 2-run lead, after a 3-run bottom of the 5th inning for the Broncos. 10-8 at the end of 5. Here we are, top of the sixth. 6 more outs for Hills, and they'll have their first win of the season in league play. Swing and a miss for Saylor. Chance to help himself here. Only a couple more chances to do it. Perhaps his last of the day himself. 0-1 count. Popped up. Back to left. Cass trying to get under it, and he does. Napolitano came over for insurance, but not necessary. 1 away. As Saylor goes down, that means Connor McNally is now the batter. Ramsey down 2 runs. First pitch to McNally, little low, little inside. Popped up over towards the stands, and it's okay. Foul ball, 1-1 for McNally. On deck, Sam LeBeau. Line drive gets through Lee at third. A base hit for McNally, and maybe 2 as Cass mishandles it, but he got it back. 1 on, 1 out for Sam LeBeau. Outside, ball number 1 there. O'Donnell still on the mound here after about 5 2/3 innings from Joe Napolitano, 5 1/3, excuse me. There's a drill ball towards left center. It's going to hit off the wall. McNally going to round third, maybe. No, he'll stay, but it's a double for LeBeau. Still 1 out. And here the DH Hudson for Rondo. Ramsey, in terms of power points for state tournament action, came in 3rd in Northwind Group 2. Hills, after their 0-5 start, was out of the state tournament, but has regrouped to number 14, but would improve that mightily with a win here today, trying to hold on. Still a 10-8 game. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. High, ball 3. And O'Donnell could walk the bases loaded here. Strike 1 called there, and he was lucky with it. Hills today has every pitcher except Giantonio, Lee, Wankus, and Cass fully available. Napolitano and now O'Donnell have been used already, but that leaves potentially Christian Lee or Cass, because he still has 90 pitches available for use today by the rules. 3-2, popped up, and that one going foul. Three and 2 the count here. 10-8, Hills lead. high, ball 4. Bases now loaded. Just one out. DeSimone trying for another RBI making play. And if it comes to James McMahon, he's the one who hit a sac fly a couple innings ago to give Ramsey the lead at that point. First pitch to DeSimone, high again, and it seems O'Donnell has lost a little of his control. Looks like Nate Zeff warming up just outside the Hills dugout. 1-0 count for DeSimone. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-run game. The 1-0. Swung on. Giantonio makes the grab, tagging, and scoring the run is Connor McNally. 1-run game. And that tying run is at second base. James McMahon now, just a freshman. 2 out, so the sacrifice is not in play. Low, but a strike called. Runner going. Throw to third is a bullet, but Lee can't make the play, and in comes the tying run of Sam LeBeau. 10 all. Two out, and at the plate still an 0-1 count. Runner at second only. 1-1 at the plate, make that 2-1. Check swing, but they're going to say went. 2-2. Ten all. Top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. O'Donnell gets him. And that will send us to the middle of the 6th, tied up again at 10. Joe Napolitano to lead off in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're tied at 10. New pitcher for Ramsey is Connor McNally, formerly the third baseman. He's a junior, and through 3 innings this year on the mound, has accrued 3 strikeouts and a 4.67 ERA, along with 2 runs allowed, 3 hits allowed. 2 of those runs both earned, as he throws a high ball. Ramsey's starting to really manage their pitching staff. Came in with 6 pitchers available, used 1 who wasn't even listed. So they have now on their 4th pitcher, they have just 3 of those guys remaining. They started Quinn Connell, then went to Sam LeBeau, then used Sean Saylor for an inning, and now are using Connor McNally. That leaves Teddy Kennedy, James McMahon, and Connor Stevenson of the pitchers who have gone so far this year for Ramsey. Potential, like we saw with Saylor, for them to use someone we have not seen in this season. Napolitano, a strong grounder getting through Saylor at short. And it's a base hit to lead off in the bottom of the 6th to bring up Kyle Wenkus. 2 for 4 today with 2 home runs. Pretty good stat line. Let's see what he does on at-bat number 5. Strike 1 called. One and one. Wenkus got a piece of that one. 1 and 2. None out. Napolitano at first. Napolitano going. It's in the dirt, and he'll get there without a throw. 2 and 2. In there, strike 3 called. 1 out. Go ahead run at second for Jake Szabo. Outside, ball 1. High ball nearly took his head off. 2 and 0. Ripped through towards center. They're waving Napolitano home. Hills takes the lead, and it's an RBI double, maybe even a triple. Szabo slides into third, an RBI triple for the catcher. That is unbelievable. Here's Emerson Cho with the 2-run lead, giving Szabo at third. And they're going to walk Cho. Here now, Giantonio with runners at the corners. And a chance to really split this one open with Ramsey or Hills, or both, 3 outs away from this game ending as it stands in the top of the 7th. Hills 3 outs away once we get there. But trying to add some insurance. Popped up and foul. Pick off, not in time, not even off at first. Pitcher Connor McNally on for the first time today in this inning. High heat nearly hit Giantonio. It's 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Runners at the corners. Giantonio swings and misses. Pops that one up and foul. Runner going. Giantonio checks his swing. Throw to second is off the bag. Cho with the steal. They're going to call it a ball at the plate and say Giantonio did not swing. 2 runners in scoring position for Johnny G. 2-2 with 1 out. On deck is Christian Lee. And the cleanup hitter here, Giantonio, with the chance to really do his job. Looks at ball 3. Three and 2. In there, strike 3 called. And there's 2 out. For Christian Lee, a base hit could give Hills a 3-run lead going into the top of the 7th. Lee chops one. It's going to get to Saylor. Throw to first is not in time. Lee with an RBI single. And a run does score as Dylan Cass comes to the plate. Hills leads by 2. It was Zabo coming home. Now Cho is the runner at third. And here is the freshman Cass with runners at the corners. And that one going to be fair and caught at first. Hills up 2, 3 outs away from their first league win of the season and first win against Ramsey in 2 years. Can they get it done? Stay tuned. On the mound to potentially close it out is Emerson Cho. The senior was at shortstop. Gavin O'Donnell now fills that position. 44 pitches only this year, 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, no runs allowed. Hopefully he can keep it that way. First batter he'll face, the last batter in the Ramsey lineup, Krish Govindani. First pitch from Cho. Oh, it hit him. Not a good start. And that brings up Roberto Cotes as the tying run. Already a home run for Cotes today. Trying to equal Kyle Wenkus of Pascack Hills' number of 2. As we'll have a pinch runner for Govindani. And that will be the number 6. Who was not on my listed roster, but was on the roster Coach Nick Urbanovich gave me. That is John Ulrich, another freshman. Here now at the plate, Roberto Cotes. Down by 2. Drilled toward short. There's 1, and there's 2. No, they called them safe. But they do get 1 run, and it's the leading runner. Very close at first base, but it will be a base hit off the fielder's choice for Cotes. Pat Connell, sophomore, shine today. He's the tying run. Pickoff not in time. Hills 2 outs away. Strike 1 called. Inside corner. The 0-1 to Connell. Inside. Connell hits one. It's going to drop for a base hit into center. And that's what it will stay as. But now the tying run is aboard. And there's 2 runners on with 1 out. Sean Saylor was the shortstop, then the pitcher, and now back to shortstop again. He's the go-ahead run. Tying run is at first base with Pat Connell. And the runner at first is runner at second is Roberto Cotes. Held off on that. Saylor did. Right call. 1-0. In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 for Saylor. Low and away. 2-2 for the Ramsey senior. Pop up toward left center. It's deep, and Cass makes the grab. Throw towards third, won't get there. And so there will be runners on the corners, but Ramsey down to their last out. It will be the cleanup hitter, Connor McNally. We don't have the official numbers, but it should be at least 2 RBIs for McNally today to bring his season total up to 17 in this his 7th game. See if he can add to it. We'll see if Cho, with 2 out and 2 on, can end it. First pitch. Popped up. O'Donnell. That'll be the ball game. Hills takes an emphatic win for their first league win of this season. 12-10 the final. What a game on a beautiful Tuesday in Montvale. We thank you for joining us. Next time we'll see you will be this Saturday, potentially live, at least on tape delay, from Clover Stadium, home of the New York Boulders, as Hills takes on Wayne Valley. First pitch scheduled for 12:08. We hope you turn up in person, and we hope you join us at about 11:30, 11:45 for a special ceremony pregame. That's the final as Ramsey drops their second league game of the season. They drop to 6-3 overall, 2-2 in league play. Hills improves to 3-6 and 1-3 in divisional outings this year. For everybody here at Pascack Hills, this is Matthew Merlino. So long from Montvale. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, visit hills.pascack.org/athletics.